Hey friends, hope you're doing well. Now recently Power BI has introduced a new feature which makes it even easier to conditionally color specific charts, for instance. So let me show this to you. If I use any of my tables here, let's say I'm going into my orders table and here I'm using the category column, for instance. Now I have here various categories and I'd like to see some kind of value for them. So for instance, I'm going here to the measures table, and in my case, I'm just choosing, for instance, total profit here as a measure. So that's a table, but let's actually convert this into a bar chart. So let's say I want to see this as here, a bar or column chart. So here we go, and we can see that, and you see that this is all the same color. Now we have the option, if we go to the formatting pane here and go inside the columns, there we can specify either in here another column, or we could go to the conditional formatting option here, clicking the FX button, and then normally we had to create some kind of measure. And if we do that, then we had the option to color a specific bar based on the measure. Let's say if sales are above a threshold, let's say in this case 60K, in this case profit above 60K, then we can color the bar. That was already possible in the past. But now Power BI has also introduced to conditionally color based on string values, so based on the labels here, for instance. Which means if we go into the FX here, conditional formatting, and you see that there's a new option under rules, which is if the value is and then equal to a text. Which means you see here, by default, first category selected, and category because I have this in the view. So if you have, for instance, country in the view, or any other kind of, in this case, column, you would see this one here pop up first. Of course, you can change this if you want, but here we go with the first category. And first just means the specific value which is visible in the view. Meaning, as you can see here, the first category for cheese would be cheese. For drinks, it would be drinks, and so on. So that means I can now use if value is, and then for instance, I say here, if the value is, let's say drinks in here, then I can color this in any kind of color I want. So let's use, for instance, here some kind of gray, like that. And now if I click OK, you see that now drinks is colored in gray. So quite easy to do, but this was not possible in the past. In the past, we had to write a measure, which means, for instance, if selected value of the category is drinks, then apply a specific color. That was possible, but now it's even easier, as you can see. And of course, if you go here, you can edit this anytime. And there are also options like here contains, starts with, and so on. So all the specific comparisons you're probably familiar with when you're dealing with any kind of string values are here. If it's not, if it's blank, and so on. So this allows now quite easy to set up rules in order to color the bars here. And you can also go on a new rule and then apply another rule. So for instance, if the value is, or if the value contains, let's say the text is double O, like that, for instance, for the cookies, right? Or let's say only one O. And it should also include condiments in here. So if it contains an O, then we would like to color this in, let's say, a darker blue, just to see that. And if I click OK, now you see that everything containing an O inside the naming is now colored in blue. So that's it actually for this video. So it's quite easy to implement, but before that was not possible, and maybe you have a use case where you can apply this. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.